Archbishop Cruz, tell me a little bit about that cross, the post and the cross beam.
As far as teaching, preaching, and or doing, acting, there is a roadmap, so to speak, we have to follow. God gave only 2 commandments, and in fact reduced the 10 commandments to 2. And the 2 commandments is love God, love your neighbor. Now, when I talk about love of God, yes, I have to. That we have to obey God's teachings, we have to go to Mass, we have to pray the Rosary, etc., devotion, etc., etc. Of course, I have to talk about God, but I also have to talk about neighbor. When my neighbor are suffering, when my neighbor are being violated in their human rights, I have to talk about that, because my neighbor is made to God's image. Now, I may not talk only of love of God, I may not talk only of love your neighbor, but those 2 have to be together, and that is the sign of the cross, which is really human redemption, no? Christ is not only because of God, the Father, but he also came because of man. So yes, let us go on practicing our faith, our morals, our conduct, our ethics, but at the same time, let us also observe our social responsibility, and we have a lot of it. But let me say again that this is the harder part, because here you get enemies. But preaching about God, you do not make anybody angry.
And you make more money preaching?
You make more money for it. I guarantee you that.
And does God want us as lay people to reach out on that cross to neighbor?
Yes. I mean to say, it cannot be otherwise, no? When Christ redeemed mankind, I see him crucified, no? And that means that it is the perpendicular and the horizontal. I think that is not very profound, you know? That as he is moving towards God, he is also embracing people. Is that too profound to understand? That love of God is inseparable from love of neighbor. Inseparable. I repeat that word, inseparable. That's why even the church, of course the church has its dogma, etc., etc., but even the church has her social doctrine. The Pope even talks of environment, because what is love of neighbor? When the environment is done, when it is warm and there is the ice continue melting, then we get all the water that we do not need. So I think it is that simple.
All right, thank you. Hey, stay tuned, YouTubers. I'm going to come back with a follow-up question about whether lay people can initiate action on love of neighbor. Let's hold on and we'll come back to that.